Hello, this is Emily the Crunchy Coach, and today I wanted to show you what we did to our front lawn almost exactly 2 years ago. It was April 2011, and right now it's getting toward the end of April 2013. As you can see, we no longer have a lawn. We call this our front garden. But I'm going to say we, but it was mostly my husband, ripped out all the grass out of here with a hand tiller. And then we put in the stones to make some pathways. You see them there.
No, I didn't remember that.
You don't remember when Daddy ripped all the grass out of here?
No. I always just...
Now we still have lawn over here. We live in a city where their motto is "Live green in the name of the city," but they require you in North Texas, where we don't get rain for 3 months in a row every year, and it's 100 degrees, okay? We are required to have grass in at least some portion of our lawn. I'm not going to comment on that. You can leave a comment below if you're in agreement with what you think I mean. Anyway, we won't be in the city too much longer, but I had my way with this part of the front lawn. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you the plants I have and the things I like, the things I wish I'd done differently. Now, these are rosemary. Here, Benjamin, go stand in front of that rosemary so the people can see how big the rosemary plant is. There you go. He's right next to the rosemary. All right. Now, when I bought it, it was like in a, a 4-inch pot. It was like not very high, not very big. It was tiny, and that was 2 years ago. If I had realized how big they were getting, I would have only bought one. So what I'm probably going to do is when we move, I'm probably going to have my husband dig this one up. Because if you can see, it's kind of overtaken the stones. Yeah, it's going over the brick there, over the stones.
We don't like that.
Because we can't walk on it, can we?
We have to have trimmed it.
Yeah, I should trim it. Yeah, I need to use it in cooking more, don't I?
Yep.
But I'm going to have my husband dig it up, and we're going to put it in a pot, and we're going to take it with us. And this one will be fine. I used to have 3 of these flowers. You can't even, I think it's lantana. And it's just coming back now because it's just starting to get warm. I had a verbena over there. It died. It got too hot, it died. The verbena is more hardy. I had another 2 verbenas, I think one over here and one over there. They both died the first year. Okay. Here we have a sage plant.
It's very furry.
So I'm going to let you see what that looks like with the rosemary.
Yes.
So I've got a grouping. I've got 2 rosemary and a sage plant, but I really only needed 1 rosemary in the middle and the sage and maybe a couple of flowers. Check out this oregano. Benjamin, stand next to here. Go back there. Go behind the oregano, right over there. Yeah. Okay, you can see where his feet are there. Look how huge that thing is. 2 years ago, it was in a little 4-inch pot that I bought at the nursery. This is, I think, called golden oregano. And it has taken over. It will take over if you let it. Then what I've got going on here is I've got some thyme. And this is where now toward the back of the front garden. I've got thyme that's gone to flower here. And these are actually two different plants. Here's a thyme plant.
Oh my God, there's a lot of stuff.
And there's another thyme plant. And there's this truck really making me nervous. He's been around the block 3 times. He needs to go on his merry way.
Yes, he does.
Anyway, so my original plan was to have thyme here and then lavender here. And I think the lavender ended up needing more water than I thought, and it died, so I just ended up putting this bush in. But the bush was a great choice because it gives off these red blossoms in the middle of all the greenery. Of course, the thyme have these pretty purple flowers now. And again, the thyme plants were very small when I got them from the nursery. Herbs will spread if you just let them. Speaking of herbs spreading, let's go back. My husband built this raised bed.
And this one is
Probably 3 or 4 years ago. And a couple years ago, I had parsley and lettuce in here. And even though the lettuce,
And this is parsley.
I'm
too.
sure the lettuce went to seed, none of it came back. But look at the parsley. Parsley is more hardy. It doesn't need as much water. But look at that. That's free parsley. It just went to seed and gave me more parsley. Of course, there's somewhat most suburbanites would call weeds too, but you know,
There's more
weeds
over
are in the
here.
eye of the beholder. All right.
Oh, it's
Now I need to make a comment. The sun's not out. It's a cloudy day, so I need to tell you that this half of the front garden is in sun most of the day, especially in the summer. Whereas this half that we're going to now is mostly in the shade. You see my neighbor's tree up there. Okay, gives this area a good bit of shade. So what I've done here, so over here I planted drought hardy and sun-loving herbs and plants. I didn't talk about the yuccas yet. I'll get to them in a moment. Over here I planted herbs
These are
that
the
like
yuccas.
they like the shade better. They like the they like water. And one great thing is when my neighbor starts using her sprinklers in the next month or so, part of this, I get free water. Look at Benjamin, that hosta's coming back.
Oh, yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I thought I had killed all 3 of my hostas. There's supposed to be another one over there, but the arugula has probably overtaken it. This one I noticed about a month ago, but it's in the shadiest spot and gets water from our neighbor. This one I thought had died, but it came back, so I'm happy. Anyway,
Well,
Hi.
we need to trim that one so it doesn't kill that.
we need to probably take that arugula out. Yeah, we need to take that arugula out so it doesn't bother the hosta. Anyway. So what is this called, Benjamin?
Oregano.
No. Lemon balm.
Lemon.
Yeah, lemon balm. It's called lemon balm because it smells and tastes like lemon. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the corner of the yard. That's an arugula. I'll tell you about the arugula in a moment. Yeah, I planted 3 hostas here last year because I wanted to fill up the space with something that wanted shade. And then I found out that this corner didn't get as much shade as I thought. So that hosta may not come back. It may have actually dried up. But this one's coming back. I'm just going to have to be more diligent to water them once the hot weather hits. All right.
This
I cannot remember the name of this plant. And do I still have the tag there? Let's see. The tag is... There it is. This is a Soft Caress Mahonia. It's
Yeah.
Mahonia. It's good for it. It does give a little bit of flower. Not a
Yeah.
whole lot, not beautiful or anything, but it does well here. I've hardly watered it. So then again, I think my neighbor has watered it.
And it's super
This is
Williamsburg.
what we call a shamrock, and I can't remember the name they actually give it in the nursery. But it also likes shade and likes water. Now, the arugula. Why is this overwhelmed with arugula? Well, my original idea for this garden was I was going to put herbs in here and there, and then I was going to actually plant things like lettuce, tomato, pepper in between, which a person still could if they wanted. I just didn't want to set up a drip, any kind of irrigation system to do it. And so I ended up not doing that. But at some point I did have some lettuce and arugula growing in this shady area. And the arugula, check it out, it's going to see these flowers there, turn into these seed pods here.
Oh my
That you
gosh.
see.
Oh my gosh, just getting a lot of seed pods.
And when the
Wow,
seed
that
pods are all
makes
dry, I can pick them up and pick them out and get seeds. But this thing sells seeds. I did not plant any of them. In fact, Benjamin, will you verify for Mommy? Was this whole area full of arugula a couple months ago?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. As a matter of fact, I had some arugula go over on the other, see that bush right there on the other side of the bush? I had some arugula seed itself. Arugula self-seeds very easily. So I think this is my 3rd crop of arugula. I only planted the first one. The other 2 crops were just, the seeds went into the ground and they grew.
Oh my gosh, this is
And-
harder than that one.
Yeah, and arugula does grow like a bush. When it bolts to flower to start making seed, it gets huge. It's a bush.
Oh my god.
So there you go. And I also
It's
have
a kind of bush.
more parsley that seeded over here too. There's another parsley plant.
Oh my god. I think it's checking.
Yeah.
What?
Sweetheart, my husband just came out. One of the middle hostek is coming back.
Oh.
If you have to kind of go in the garden to see.
Oh.
Let's see. I'm going to pan from the...
Over there. We need to get that out so it doesn't
So this is what it
water.
looks like.
That takes little.
We don't have to mow. We don't have to water. Now here are the yuccas I was talking about. This is not as sunny. It gets sun most of the time.
Yeah.
But these two plants definitely are in a very sunny, warm spot. Yucca plants are perfect for the south central, southwest because it is so dry in the summer. And you can see this yucca is about to give us a flower. And it looks kind of ugly right now, it's like a pink stick. But really when it opens up, it's really pretty. It's really quite spectacular. And this is the first year that this yucca is giving us a flower. So that's fun. So I've got 3 yuccas here together. I tried to plant...
Tall.
Yeah, that one's not as tall.
That's
It's a different kind of plant, see?
Oh.
You see the leaves are different. Those leaves have some yellow on them. I did try to plant moss rose here last year, and that was an exercise in futility. They just... Moss rose, yeah.
What is that? Wood?
They ended up wanting more water than I was willing to come out and give them. Here's a prickly lettuce here that is... it has grown so big that I can't pull it out with my hands. I'm going to have to get the spade. But this is good for making green smoothies with. If you like the taste of dark chocolate. Prickly lettuce or dandelion leaves with banana. Tastes like dark chocolate, I promise. And you may have noticed that I have plenty of dandelions. I am not an anti-dandelion person. Because dandelion leaves are quite healthy.
No wonder they.
And it's a nice...
No wonder the rats like it.
It's a nice plant to have on hand. If there's any kind of food emergency, you have not a lot of calories, but still a good bit of nutrition that just grows and continually self-seeds.
And it is yummy.
So there we go. There's my shady side with Benjamin. My shady side of the garden. And the raised bed and the sunny spot. So that might give you some idea if you're thinking about not having a lawn anymore in your front yard. This is one option. And again, if it would be totally doable to have things like peppers, tomatoes,
Do you know what's this?
greens, etc. interspersed between the perennial plants.
Little plants.
That's thyme, remember? I said that was thyme.
All
right.
Has a lot of fun.
So Benjamin, you say goodbye to everybody?
Bye.
All right. Everybody, thank you for watching. I hope this video has helped you. If it has, feel free to subscribe to my channel and click the like button. I'll see you soon at thecrunchycoach.com.